What's up, Bridge fam? Pastor Vince here, letting you know that we launched yesterday, January 24th, a fundraiser for the sake of purchasing some live stream video equipment. Yes, we've already been live streaming our services all through the pandemic, but we've been using all equipment that we borrowed from another church. We're grateful they let us borrow it, but it really is not equipment that will work for our situation. Some of you have seen the consequences of that, as the stream has so many issues and glitches, and it's hard to see and it's hard to hear. So we want to purchase some of our own equipment that will work for our context and allow us to stay connected as a church family through this pandemic. But even more than just keeping us connected, we believe that creating a high quality live stream service online is actually a critical part of the strategy to reach people far from God in our community in Campbell County, in Northern Kentucky, in the greater Cincinnati area, and beyond. Here's why we believe live streaming is such a crucial part of reaching people far from God. Everybody spends all their time on their phone. You might not know this, but some statistics say people of all ages spend between 3 to 5 hours a day on their smartphones. Now, not to be too intense here, but Satan seems to have noticed that this is a strategic place to try to reach people. The internet is flooded with content that is designed to lead people not toward Jesus, but away from relationship with Jesus. So many churches have hesitated and held back from saying, should we really live stream? Should we prioritize reaching people online? Meanwhile, Satan has flipped into high gear and said, this is a great way to connect people with the things that Satan wants to connect people with. We believe as a church that if we want to see people show up for a face-to-face relationship with God, for life-on-life relationships with other Christian people, we have to show up in the space where they spend so much of their time. We have to show up here, and we have to show up here well if we ever want people or can expect people to show up here in person, in a church service, or in a community group, or in any kind of connection to a real face-to-face church community. So we are excited for the potential of all that God can do when we prioritize reaching people online. We've seen this work at other churches. I have a friend whose church grew almost 10x in the last 2 years because they prioritized reaching people on the internet and saw those people showing up in person as well. We've also seen it begin to happen in our church. People will show up very regularly and say, I've been watching your live stream for the last few months, and now I'm here to check it out in person. So we believe God can do more than we can ask or imagine when we prioritize reaching people in the place where they already spend most of their time. The goal is to raise $100,000. It's a lot of money, but we believe it is a small price to pay for seeing lives changed by the love of Jesus. Since we kicked this off just yesterday, we've already seen about 20% of that goal come in, and we believe by faith that God will bring the rest of it in as well. If you want to donate to be a part of it, you can click the link around this video, then click Give One Time, then click under the Fund drop-down menu, Anchored Video Equipment. We'll be giving updates over the coming weeks about how we're doing as we move towards our goal, and we're believing that God is going to do amazing things through this. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you Sunday for the final part of DNA.